don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't we find a single reason not to say goodbye? Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't we find a single reason not to say goodbye?
What's up, everyone? I am back and I am live. Hope everybody is okay and well. Welcome back to yet another stream, this time with a very special guest. As you guys know, I like to bring the odd guest. It's not always lonely, just me on the camera. Today we have a rival. Today we have ops in our stream. We have people from the other side of the pond. We have a Barca fan in our stream who is going to be talking to us about his club, as I like to call it, with no disrespect, Spotify FC. They ran rings around us all summer. They wasted our time all summer, but they will waste our time no more. We shall rise. We shall go to Spotify FC Stadium and we shall play OVO and Drake around Gavi and Pedri and everybody else. Any music that Lewandowski is playing must be cut out. And Varane and Maguire are gonna cut it out. But I'd like to introduce to you none other than the one and only Barca Boy who has joined the stream. Big round of applause for Barca Boy. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Big up to you, my bro. I appreciate you for joining. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. I'm hyped now after that big intro. So now I feel like I can go play.
Man, you got your chain. You got your Barca chain. He's flaunting. He's come locked and loaded. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. Love it.
Had to flex on the man, you know?
Oh, you're flexing. You're flexing. You're flexing your Gavi. You're flexing your Pedri. You're not flexing your Dembele, though. No Dembele.
Man, I have broken glass. What can I do, man? Man gets injured every season without fail.
Well, his injury isn't as bad as our Dembele, our version of Dembele, which is none other than Martial. But we'll leave the injured players aside because we'll be sat here crying all night. Let's talk about the players that are available. I'll let you start. Tell me, how are you feeling? I mean, just start off with, talk to me about how are you feeling about Barcelona in general? Barcelona, they started the season off with a lot of question marks, around Xavi, a lot of question marks around how the club is being ran, how the organization is being ran. With no disrespect, you guys did become somewhat of a laughing stock and meme stock on social media because of whatever was going on. And it must have been not a nice feeling as a fan. So how does it feel now from that to where you are now at the top of the league?
Well, this is probably the best form that we've been in since we lost 4-0 at Anfield in 2019. The momentum is high. Yeah, we've been through some troubled times, but we still won trophies. So it's not all bad over here. But right now we're at our peak of Xavi Bowl. We're playing absolutely fantastically well. Our recent form and records and numbers have been ridiculous to the point where this game will look like a walk in the park, but it won't be because we all know how good United are at the moment. Of course, last season, different story. I'd be walking out here confident this is the team from last season, but Erik ten Hag is doing wonders. He's, of course, the manager that a lot of Barcelona fans wanted when we lost 4-0 at Anfield.
Correct.
Yeah, I was one of them. I was a bit advocate for ten Hag, but we're stuck with our man, and look where that left us. But all good in these parks and these ends. We're on a high run.
What have you been feeling about Xavi? Because a lot of people didn't believe this was possible. That you would have been 8 points clear above above Real Madrid. Not a lot of people would have said Lewandowski would have had the season he's having. He's been at times cold, but let's be honest, the numbers don't lie the way he's performing, right? So how are you sitting in terms of, were you always Xavi in or were you Xavi out at one point?
I can tell you that 90% of the fan base was Xavi in throughout the whole entire time. When Xavi came in, he came in mid-season. Keep in mind, Barcelona never sacked their coach mid-season. I think we sacked Valverde in 2019. But before that, it was like Van Gaal in like 2004 or something ridiculous like that. So Barcelona never sacked their manager mid-season. So Xavi coming in mid-season, he was the best manager available for us. Everyone knew that you had to back him. He's coming into a squad that's absolutely dreadful, like Lenglet as your starting center back. You have Dest at right back.
Yeah, who we were linked with, by the way.
Yeah, you only linked with him because he played for Ajax, and it was a big change because Xavi brought the identity back. Under Koeman, we had no identity, you had no rules. You came into training whenever you wanted. And Xavi came in. I think the first thing that Xavi said when he came in was, "What are the rules around here?" He was talking to the captain, Busquets. And Busquets said, "There's no rules." So Xavi's like, okay, the first thing we're going to do is put some rules in place. And we all knew this is going to be a process. There are going to be some bumps in the road. He's not going to go Xavi coming into a squad mid-season, winning every single game. But the most important thing for Xavi is that he was backed. In the summer, he gave them a list to the board. And with 3 hands tied behind their backs, they pulled off the list. And now it's up to him to perform on the pitch with what he was asked for. And he's doing that very well. Of course, we saw glimpses of it last season. There was a few months where we were winning 4-0 every single game. We're beating Napoli in the Europa League. Tasserang beat me with Madrid 4-0. So the glimpses were there. But the squad still wasn't up to scratch. So the squad now is at a very, very good level. And look what Xavi is doing. Champagne football.
Well, yeah, a lot of talks about, let's just quickly dive and touch on Frankie de Jong. There was a lot of talks about, Frankie de Jong being linked with us in the summer. I mean, Memphis Depay as well. When he was your player, there was a lot of links about Memphis Depay coming back to Manchester United as well. And Frankie de Jong, Xavi seemed to almost make it look like he's punishing him, as that's what came across to us, like playing him out of position. Again, no disrespect, but we thought at one point Frankie de Jong was going to play in the net. He was going to be a goalkeeper. I didn't understand. But now you see again, Xavi is now playing him in his correct position, and the boy is performing wonders for you guys, right?
He is indeed.
So
he is indeed.
Talk to me about that kind of process, how you were feeling from the start of the season to now.
So I can explain to you quickly the whole entire Frankie de Jong situation last summer. It's very, very simple. Y'all were played. What the board was doing was putting reports in the media that they had accepted a bid from United, which was, believe in the beginning of June, when Gerard Romero broke the news in the region of 80 million euros with variables. The whole entire plan for Barcelona was to put pressure on Frankie de Jong to take a salary reduction. He is currently sat on 400,000 euros per week, which is unfeasible for the club, unrealistic, and unaffordable. So their plan was to put it out in the media that we're going to accept the bid. if it comes in, blah, 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 to put pressure on him to stay. Because Frankie de Jong he wants to stay at Barcelona. He's getting married in Barcelona. He's bought a house in Barcelona. All that
Yep.
stuff is all there. So the love is there for the club. Even in the documentary that came out a month ago, he's on a plane saying, I never thought about leaving Barcelona for a second. I don't care about the interest. So the club was trying to put pressure on him to take a wage reduction, saying that, if you don't reduce your wages.
That's his boyhood club. Let's not forget. That's his boyhood club.
It is. He was there as a kid watching games with his current girlfriend as well. Love story is all there. So that was the club. They were trying to put pressure on him to reduce his salary, not by much, just by half. He's still begging 200,000.
Not by much, just
200. Well, because the thing is, the next highest earner after Frankie de Jong was Ter Stegen, who the club did the same thing, tried to put pressure on him to reduce it. He was earning around 300,000 per week. The next most was Busquets with 220. So he still would have been one of the top 3 earners at the club. So long story short, Frankie de Jong did not budge. Credit to him. And Barcelona wanted to keep him. The offer that came into from United, I think a month left at the window, was like 60 million pounds, which is like 70 million euros, which I think is an absolutely shameful offer. But it's clear that Ten Hag wanted the player, and that kind of built Barcelona's momentum in pushing for the player to reach the salary. And the situation with de Jong being played out of position in preseason was simply like how Xavi said it during preseason. We had about 6 fit midfielders and 1 fit center back. So he had to play Frankie de Jong there because the whole point of preseason is to get match sharpness, match rhythm.
Correct.
So that was the whole Frankie de Jong playing out position saga. It was just because we had no numbers there for preseason. I think a few players are coming back from international break. I think a player, Christensen, was having stomach problems at the time. I think another player had a baby, so he wasn't there. So all these factors, and that's why Frankie de Jong played at center back. But as soon as the season started, he played in the midfield in his natural position. And life has been good ever since. Do I see de Jong going to United in the future unless United make a ridiculous offer, which I don't think they will? I don't see it happening because the player's happy, the club is happy, and the coach is happy.
How much do you currently value Frankie de Jong in your squad? If I asked you for a price, if you were Laporta, what would you value him as?
For me, he's priceless as a fan. It came out in the media, I think a month ago, that he's now considered as an untouchable player. So Barcelona like to do this thing where they have an untouchable list where no matter what offer comes in, they don't sell him. Pedri, Gavi, Araujo, Frankie de Jong, all on that list. I think for Barcelona to raise their eyebrow, to study the offer, analyze it, it'd have to be a 100 million euro package. So 90 initial fee with 10 million add-ons, or 80 plus 20, just to get their eyes glowing a bit. But to actually physically sell him, I would say Barcelona have to be guaranteed 100 million.
Okay. I think
Especially
you know what I
know that United want the player as well, and that him and Casemiro as a double pivot would be disgusting.
Yeah, obviously I'm sure you know our owner situation at the moment. We're going through a transition where we're looking to sell the club and hopefully get some new owners in with a lot of money. But if a owner comes in with a lot of money, I'll be very honest with you, for a player like Frankie de Jong, it makes the absolute sense to 100 million, if you ask me, is low. Because this player is ready. He's ready to go. He doesn't need developing. He doesn't need polishing. He's the manager's player, by the way. And this is how I look at it. You'll giggle and think it's a bit crazy. The chat will think a bit crazy. But you know how I'm going to look at the market? I'm going to look at the market like Ten Hag, Anthony, 50 million, 60 million, but paid 100 million. Do you understand? So that's how I'm analyzing the market. 30 million, Martinez, Ten Hag, 50 million paid. That's how. So if it's Ten Hag's guy and the kid is worth 85 million and we have new owners, everybody watching the stream, shut up and pay 120 million and bring the boy. Because when the boy wins you a Premier League, when the boy wins you a Champions League, or when the boy wins you any trophy, you'll shut up. Because right now, Barca Boy, as you'll know as well, we're in Carabao Cup final, right?
Against
which
Newcastle,
we're proud of. And nobody here cares about how much we paid for Casemiro. Nobody here cares about Martinez's price. A lot of people will not care about Anthony's price because that's on the club anyways, right? The club messed up that deal because they delayed it. And I'm sure when we end up in finals and semi-finals, nobody's gonna care about Frankie de Jong's price. This, for me anyways, out of all the midfielders in the world, he's the number one for my manager. And this summer, I want my club to be knocking on your door yet again.
I'll say this to you for free. If an offer comes in from any club for Frankie de Jong that's 100 million plus, the club will probably take it. They will definitely analyze it, tell Xavi, hey, we have 100 million, we can sell Frankie, bring in these 2 top class players to replace him. 100 million will get the club talking for sure. But I would also watch out for Frankie de Jong's contract. I believe he's going now this summer into his 30. Like there's still 3 years left in his contract this summer. And also, you have to convince the player as well. The player does not want to leave. Money might talk between the clubs, which it probably does for Barcelona because we're low-key still broke. But the player, you still have to convince him. Yeah, Erik ten Hag, they're Dutch, blah, 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 whoop-de-doo. But it's not that easy. The player, again, is happy in Barcelona. He's bought a house. He's getting married there. He has playing his whole entire future there. It's not that simple. So,
yeah.
And I don't even think if an offer comes in the summer, the Barcelona accepted, then Frankie says no, it's insulting because when a ridiculous offer like that comes in, anyone in their sane mind would accept it. So we'll see. I don't think even United would make an offer like that because they have other positions they want to look for, left back, center back, right back, striker. There's other priorities, I think, for United.
If you ask me, a priority is a striker because right now we have a low knee striker. Obviously, the midfielder Sabitzer, who's come in, who's not able to play the first leg because of suspension, he's going to become permanent, by the looks of it. So that's one position sorted. You could say left back possibly, that there's still talks about Luke Shaw and him staying and maybe discussing his contract later on. Obviously, Malacia's come in and grown a little bit. Centre back is a position we need to look at because Maguire needs to go. Maybe Lindelof needs to go. We'll see what happens with our low knee Eric Bailly. I think he's going to go. So this, like you said, there's a lot of positions that need to work out. And in all honesty, the priority list. Everybody's priority list is different. Mine is different. The chat people are watching, theirs is different. And I'm sure Ten Hag has his own priority list in its own. And on top of that, it all comes down to whether or not we get new owners by the time it's summer. And if they are ready to spend, they have to be ready to spend. If they're ready to spend, then obviously the world is our oyster. Let me ask you this question. Obviously, I'm guessing you watch Man United a little bit here and there. I'm going to, instead of deep diving too much into our weakness and we deep dive into your weakness, my team has done fantastic this season so far, considering the players we have, whatever. But let me ask you, who are the players that you have kind of concerns over in Man United squad, thinking, these are the players that could cause us damage, that maybe, other Barca fans are not paying attention to?
I would first say Lisandro Martinez, but he's not playing, which in the first leg, which I think is a big plus. I'd also say Casemiro because we played against him a bunch. He knows how to play against Barcelona. He's won very few times and lost a lot, but he knows the pressure is there. You have to say Rashford because he's on the form of his life, but then again, I've never seen him perform outside of the Premier League. But I would say mainly for me, for the players that are available for this match on Thursday, I would say Casemiro is the one player that I would say, he knows what he's doing. Because all other players
against you so many years. He's your arch nemesis rival.
Only won a few games though, so he can hold that.
Well, he's coming back to hold up to return and get another win. But I think Casemiro is definitely one of them. But what about our fullbacks? I mean, you've not mentioned any of our fullbacks.
To be fair, we have been linked a lot with Diego Dalot over the past few months, so I would be watching out for him. But I expect Luke Shaw will play as a center back, and then Malacia will be at left back. So,
wow, okay.
Would you disagree?
No, the fact is no, I wouldn't. I didn't think you would say that. That's the thing. I thought you would have said. I think you guys would have been partying about. Oh, it's Maguire. It's
I wish I would be partying if it was Maguire, but I know Erik ten Hag is not stupid to play him after his stinker against Leeds the other day. So when you look at the fullbacks, you're thinking Malacia against Rafinha. I'll back Rafinha. You might back Malacia. That's fine. I think that's not clear cut and obvious.
No, it's not obvious. No, it's not obvious. It's not obvious.
Then you have Diego Dalot versus Xavi. Gavi's going to be cutting inside a lot. I think Diego Dalot, his advancement in this game will be important. I think defensive-wise, he won't have too much to do.
What if I throw Bissaka in there?
Well, Bissaka, I think, is a fantastic defender, but going forward, I'm not scared of him.
Yeah,
he can't even cross the ball. Like,
yeah, not that well. Anyways, not that well.
yeah.
That's for sure.
So I think
But he's defensively so good.
I think if Ten Hag is smart, so he won't play Wan-Bissaka because it's not going to be a defensive game. You want to have your fullback going up and down this game because the space will be there for United to exploit. So playing Wan-Bissaka is maybe Wan-Bissaka in the second leg if you win 3-0. I mean, that makes sense. But in a game where you want to go get goals and not concede, I think
yeah, but there is no away goal rule anymore, so it's a straight shootout. It's a straight shootout. If we get a draw against you guys, that is a big win for us. Huge win for us. Everybody wants the home advantage in this game, and you guys have done everything possible to have the home advantage. You don't want to give no Man United fans any tickets in the home end. Nobody's getting tickets. Tickets are only straightforward for the
to be fair,
we're talking about this.
We were talking about this earlier. Barcelona since Frankfurt. If you remember what happened last season with Frankfurt. Since then, the club have been so strict. If you look at the other Twitter accounts for the La Liga teams, when La Liga teams come to Camp Nou, we ban all their stuff too. They put out statements, oh, this is not fair. When they come back to our stadium, we'll do the same thing. The club's like, okay, we don't care. The club have been so strict. If you wear a United necklace, a wristband, anything, if you have an English accent, they won't let you in.
Wow. Wow.
Unless
so you could be a genuine Barca fan from miles away, and they might look at you and think, maybe
because
not.
When you go, if you bypass the security measures on the website to buy a ticket, then you're fine. So they said this in like a press conference a few months ago. They integrated this new technology in the website where they can see based on your VPN and stuff like this if you're actually a Barcelona fan or not or whatever. So it hasn't happened yet. There hasn't been a leak about a complaint, but yeah, we make that difficult because a home advantage is a home advantage. For me personally, I'd love to have the second leg at home because away second leg over the past few years, Barcelona have crushed my heart beyond belief and have set me to bear depressions. But our away form of this season and into last season a little bit has been fantastic. We've won every single big game we had this season, except for Madrid, the Bernabeu. But yeah, that's.
Do you have any questions for me? There's all fine and well me asking you questions, but I'm sure you might have a couple of niggler questions for me. Do you have any?
My question is Europa League a priority to win for United?
Man, that's a good question. Because I go back and forth with my viewers all the time.
Because I see the title, I'm nervous, where I'm just like, if we win, we lose. I don't care. I care about winning the league and the cup.
Really?
Yes. The Europa League for us serves nothing but a burden until you get to the quarterfinals.
No, but that's because you got relegated from Champions League. That's why.
Yes, but at the same time, you have to play qualifiers, so round 32, round 16, quarterfinal, semifinal. It's all these extra games in the middle of the week. From the beginning of the season, when we were in the Champions League, the club, the president, the manager said the priority this season is to win the league. Anything else is bonus. We've already won the Super Cup. We're in the semifinal of the Cup, Copa del Rey, our FA Cup against Madrid. Every Barcelona fan will tell you they rather win the domestic treble.
Yeah,
sacrifice the Europa League, but the quadruple is on. So
for us as well, technically, like not the original quadruple.
Well, yeah. Obviously,
not the treble. Sorry, not the treble.
Mickey Mouse one, but we'll still take it. Still 4 trophies.
But some sort of treble could be possibly in the works. I mean, we have to get past the juggernaut that you guys are. But let me just, you know what I'm gonna do? Whilst I answer this, I'm gonna put it to the viewers watching as well. Is Europa League a priority for us? And you can go ahead and vote. It's a really good question by Barca Boy. I'll give you my thoughts, right? Without looking at the chat and without getting biased decisions made by the chat and reckless decisions. For me, I will think the way my manager thinks, which is every competition is important. He says it in all press conferences. What manager would it be if I had a manager like someone, my next door neighbor, who says they don't care about the Premier League, aka Fraudiola? If Fraudiola's type of manager is here saying we don't care about the Premier League, we can't win it, we're not that type of fans. For me, I want to compete for everything. If there was a trophy for KFC, I would want to win it. If there's a trophy for McDonald's, I would want to win it. Like pre-season against Liverpool, I was proud my team won something because we have suffered. We have been suffering from silverware. I like silver in my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Give me more silverware. So if Europa is an option, I am shameless and dangerous. I love the Europa League song. Forget Champions League. Next year, I'll be on the Champions League bandwagon. But my manager's setting out to win it. Are we in a, like, for you, you are in a position to win the league, right? La Liga is right in touching distance. 8 points clear in La Liga is a lot because, well, not in recent times, but if you look at 5, 6, 10 years ago, 8 points is like you're not catching them. The distance is done. 8 points is done. But now maybe something could happen. Shakiness, nerves might set in. Players might get injured, whatever. But you have a clear opportunity to actually say, you know what? Okay, Europe messed up this year. We're out. We did our best, but let's go and win the La Liga. And what a great way to end your season after the crazy, slightly embarrassing-ish start and a shaky start to go and actually win the league. Xavi won you the league. Like you could sit there and say it. And it buys him an abundance of time next season. It buys him time. It buys him resources. Obviously, you guys need funds as well. So I'm not going to laugh about that because we ourselves are broke. But it buys him, brings him resources as well. Players will want to stay because of Champions League as well. So yeah, it's an all win-win situation. I think we have more to lose in essence because we just starving. You know, everybody in our in Man United fan base, we just want something to win. And the people that say they don't respect Europa, you know what I say to them? You can never disrespect a trophy ever. I don't care why or whatever. A player never goes out on the pitch to lose. Doesn't matter what game it is, right? So why should we perform? Why should we write a competition off? What? No, never. Because complacency sets in, and that mentality might set in a season where they may say, okay, we're going to go for the Premier League. We're not going to fight for FA Cup. We're not going to fight for XYZ. Oh, we're going to go for Champions League. We're not going to fight for Premier League. No, I want a squad that fights for everything. So for me, Europa is very much important, especially when it's Barcelona, because I want revenge.
To be fair, like, I know the players are up for this game, 100%. They want to go out and win this trophy. But from a fan perspective, until we're in the quarterfinals, I won't really care because there's too many games. Of course, after this game, it's just the winner of this and Arsenal, who are really the big teams left in this tournament. So it's definitely winnable. But the amount of games and the amount of, predictions in the future is all in the air. Of course, I want to get one over United because it's just fun at this point. It's, regular occurrence. So, but for me, it's Europa League. If this is Champions League, I'm nervous. I'm up 24/7 thinking about this game. But with it being in the competition that's not neither us or yours place to be in, it dampers away from the expectation and the excitement because we're gonna walk out on the pitch on Thursday. We're gonna hear da 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 da.
Yeah.
We're not gonna hear the real anthem that gives us goosebumps.
Yeah.
Of course,
no.
I think the club do want to win it. I think Xavi has his mind set to win it. I think they want to win every trophy possible, like you mentioned. But just from a fan's point of view, if you tell me lose this, but you win the La Liga and the Cup, I'll be a happy guy.
Chat, if you guys have any questions for Barca Boy, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll bring them up, a couple of them one by one, and then we can have a conversation. So make sure you go and drop your questions in the chat. Make sure to also check out his channel, which is linked on the title. So all you have to do is click the name Barca Boy, and you can go and subscribe and check his channel out as well. And I'm sure he'll be doing a lot of content in the build up to the game as well. I myself will be in Barcelona, touchdown, and I'll be infiltrating from the inside. I'll be there outside the stadium.
If you can get in the inside.
That's how if I can get it as well. Yeah, that's another. But I'm like, when there is a will, there is a way. So I'll figure out a way. But yeah, ask any questions as well, and make sure to go check out his channel. Make sure if you are not a member, become a member as well. Members get to join the stream. Members also get to have their own group chat that we just actually had a members only space on Twitter. And there's a lot of information about the club that I give to the members as well. A lot of little, small, fine details that only the members find out, nobody else. I don't put this information out anywhere else. So make sure you become a member and drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the stream so far. There's a couple of questions for you, right? Will Kessie start? Do you think will Kessie start?
Kessie will probably start because Busquets is still injured. But it depends on what system Xavi wants to play. If he goes with the 4 in the midfield or if he goes with the traditional wingers. I think most likely Kessie starting, I'd put it at like a 95%. He played very well over the weekend against Villarreal. So I would say that he is shooting to start the game, yes.
Okay. Will Frankie de Jong play CDM?
Of course, yes. He's on a mission, you know. He saw his girlfriend on Instagram. They're on a mission. They hear them back the Blaugrana badge.
Okay. I have to ask Faz, is Man United Yasser says I have to ask to Faz, is Man United attack and play head to head? What is it? Head to head or just 11 back for Man United? I think you're trying to say are Man United going to play front foot football or back foot football, and in all honesty, it's a guessing game because there's a couple of positions that's in question mark for Man United. We don't know if he's going to start Dalot. We don't. We don't know if he's going to play Luke Shaw in centre back. We don't know. He might end up playing Casemiro in centre back. He's done that before. This guy is on a different planet. We don't know if he's going to play Lindelof, by the way, as well. We don't know if Luke Shaw's going to be in left back. We don't know if Lindelof's going to play in CDM this particular game. Most likely, Casemiro, Fred, and Bruno are going to be in the midfield. Who's going to play in Anthony's position? Is Anthony fit for Thursday? Is he going to be cleared? That's another question on its own to ask, right? If Anthony doesn't play, Rashford, does he play on the right? Is he going to start Wout Weghorst? He seems to start in pretty much all game anyway. So it's a lot of question marks, and I can't make out the starting lineup, and I'm glad that I'm not Ten Hag because I don't know how I would approach Barca. I mean, if I had to tell you, what would our strongest lineup be? What would you say?
I just made my graphics for my preview, and I had a lot of prediction for United. I'll tell it to you right now. It's De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Shaw, Malacia, Casemiro, Fred, Bruno, Sancho, Rashford, and Weghorst. I think that's the clearest lineup with the suspension of Sabitzer, Lissandro out, McTominay out, Anthony out, Martial out. So anything other than that lineup, I would be very, very surprised. I think the only thing that could maybe surprise would be put Luke Shaw at left back and then play Lindelof. I think playing Maguire is suicide, but I would love for him to play Maguire. But I think that's the only change I really see.
Okay. There's another question from Ronald Jacob. Big up, Ronald, one of my members. Hope you're good, brother. Thank you for staying with the channel. Ronald asks, question for Barca Boy. What players for United team are you worried about?
Again, I think just Casemiro really, because he knows what to do. I think, of course, Rashford, he's on fantastic form, but doesn't really scare me when it comes to European competition. I think another under low-key shout would be Weghorst, only because, target men strikers always do a job against us. Because
what are you doing? You have Lewandowski, and you're telling me to you have Robert Lewandowski, who should have had probably 2 Ballon d'Ors by now. And you're telling me about Wout Weghorst, because my listeners, my viewers, now they will take that and say, yes, Wout is a striker. Let's go. We have Wout Weghorst. Let's go. I know what you're doing.
I'm just saying.
Psychology.
Wout Weghorst, Luke De Jong, Olivier Giroud, all these type of strikers always, show up against Barcelona, whether they score a header.
Giroud has a World Cup.
A bouncy rebound, wherever the case may be. But I'm just saying that as like an understudy, like a low-key shout. I think our center backs are fairly tall. Christensen and Araujo are both, I think, over 6'2", 6'3". So I'm not too worried about it, but I think it's something to take into consideration.
Okay. Jakub, one of the members, big up to Jakub as well. He asks, which position would you identify as Barca's weakness? He's going to say we don't have no weakness.
Yeah, I was what I'm gonna say. I don't really see a weakness in the team at the moment. I think everyone's playing on fantastic form. No player, I think, in the past 3 or 4 games has performed under average. If I were to say one for the sake of it, I would say maybe the right wing position, Rafinha. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. Hopefully on Thursday he shows up. But I think the back four is as solid as you can get. The midfield three is magical. So I'd maybe say just the forwards if they finish their chances or not. Because everything, the build up from the back to the final third, I have no doubt the team will perform. But just in the final third, when it comes down to the individual talent of the player to finish the chances, that's where.
I mean, if Rashford plays on the right or Sancho plays on the right, whichever, do you think Alba can hold it down? I mean, 33-year-old Alba now?
So it won't be Alba starting. It'll be Alejandro Balde. And Balde defensively has done very well. He's come up against very, very pronounced forwards over the past year or so. Even the World Cup did a job there as well. So I fully back him. He's come up against wingers like Valverde in La Liga and other quick wingers, and he always does a job. So against Rashford, of course, it's going to be difficult, no doubt about it. But I still back Alejandro Balde to do a job.
And you still have a lot of faith in Christensen as well.
I mean, back man, we haven't conceded a goal with that back four. The only goal we conceded was an own goal from Kunde.
The interesting thing is how your certain players can play numerous different positions as well. You obviously have ample amount of options for positions. You can switch it up in game as well, which is a big advantage to you, which we actually do not have. We don't, apart from really Garnacho, we don't really have that much firepower. Let me ask you this then. You have your own La Masia products, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have our own Man United Academy, Mank Academy products. I am going to say, even though we bought him from Atletico Madrid, Alejandro Garnacho, I'll be shameless and say he's our product. Rashford is obviously our product. But Garnacho, I mean, what do you think of him? He's got some criticism recently, but he's been off the bench in the Premier League. He's had the most GA this season, an 18-year-old kid. So he's a massive impact player. He spins fullbacks like he's FIFA. So we have a secret weapon called Alejandro Garnacho. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I think Garnacho is a very up-and-coming young talent who, of course, has a lot of promise. Is he Mac-born bred? Probably not, but I'll let your fan base decide that.
No, it's true. It's true. we're a multicultural, welcoming club, so it's okay.
But I think he's a great player. But we have many wingers like Garnacho come through Barcelona who don't make it. So
wow. See the flex, chat. See how he's flexing. He says we dispose of Garnachos. What is Garnachos? He's just another player in La Masia. Wow.
No, but I think Garnacho is an excellent player, but he's still growing, still developing. Am I scared of him now? No. Will I be in the future? Maybe, but I've seen him what he's done so far in the Premier League this season. I remember the last-minute goal he got against Fulham before the World Cup break. So unless he's starting, I will not be phased, which I think Erik ten Hag could start him over Sancho. I would not be surprised if he did that, but it's not a player that I'm too worried about yet anyways.
Okay. Junior, one of the members, big up Junior as well, has a question. He says, do you think possession-based tiki-taka football is ineffective against a fairly solid defense like United? And on the back of that, a dangerous counter-attacking team like us with Rashi in form, ? Could that be the answer to beat you guys?
The only way I think the only system I think that can beat us right now is if you park the bus and you hit us on the counter, because the way Barcelona played now is not possession tiki-taka football, because that died long time ago, and we held on to that for our dear lives, but it's been dead for a while. But the style and the philosophy has been adapted, where it is still tiki-taka football, quick movement, but there is the the pressure and the intensity of the current game. Like in the weekend game against Villarreal, for the goal that Pedri scored, it was Frankie de Jong on the ball, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Pedri, quick 1-2, boom, space opens, it's a goal. But if you watch the game, you see that Barcelona loses possession. You have 4 dogs already there running at the opposing player to get the pressure. And that's why mainly Xavi does play, because my man is an absolute engine, runs for days, and he just presses like no tomorrow. So there's so many, we saw in the documentary as well, the 4 P's for Barcelona, which is play, possession, pressure, and something else, which I can't remember off the top of my head. So Tikki Taka possession is not effective anymore, but it has been adapted to fit the current mold of football. But the only way I see a team beating Barcelona now is if you park the bus and hit us on the brake.
One thing that I'm very jealous of Barcelona is how versatile your players are. Gavi can play on the left in the forward. He can play in the middle. Pedri can play in the left forward. He can play in the middle. They cut in. They're great composed on goal. You have Rafinha. He can play in the middle. He can play on the right. You have Frankie de Jong. He can play higher up. He can play as a more holding midfielder. You have Koundé. He can be a fullback. He can be a centre back. You have all of these freaking players who are playing so many different positions, right? And I'm very jealous of that. It's an abundance of talent and an abundance of resources and arsenal that you can deploy in games, right? What is the 1 or 2 things that are you jealous of Man United?
To quickly add to your point, we just renewed the contract of Sergi Roberto this morning, mainly because he's a versatile player. He can play anywhere besides the striker position. But Xavi has built the club and built his squad on that. He wants versatile players. We're looking this summer to bring in a right back that can also play at center back. So you're thinking Benjamin Pavard or Juan Foyt. So Xavi just likes that stuff. But to your question, a player that, what was your question again? A player that scares me?
What are you jealous of?
Jealous.
Like I'm jealous of how you have players who can play numerous different positions. Because we just used Weghorst, who's a striker, in a 10 position to assist an 18-year-old kid to get a goal. Like that type of stuff for me is like amazing. So what type of stuff do you see in our team that makes you kind of jealous that you wish you had as well?
I would say maybe the pace on the counterattack, because I do think sometimes at some points Barcelona are a bit slow. Maybe that could be because the majority of the time we counterattack is near the end of the game. But I think the pace, the quick movement of United when it's Bruno, Sancho, Rashford, Martial when he's fit on the counterattack, from a corner to the final third of the opponent, getting a shot on goal. I think that's fantastic. But I think all the elements you think you're jealous of Barcelona are still elements that United still have, if you know what I mean. So like Lisandro Martinez, he's versatile. He can play left back and DM. There's all these players that can play in different positions. They may not be able to put the same performance they do in their main position, but the job can still be done, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Who's a better manager? This is the last question. Final question. Who's the better manager?
I would say at the moment, Erik ten Hag, because he has the experience. I mean, Xavi's managed for a year and 3 months at the top level. So you have to, I think it would be disrespectful to say Xavi over ten Hag. Although I do think both at their peak, Xavi will be a better manager. But this very moment, I think it would be disrespectful not to say ten Hag. But I do back my manager.
I think with the, I would say Ten Hag as well. But what I'll say is Xavi getting knocked out the Champions League takes away a lot from his managerial credibility, considering the squad he has.
But just half the squad was injured when we got knocked out of the Champions League. I'm not saying that as an excuse, but he was.
Yeah, but we have injuries, and look at us.
Look! You see the group that we had? We had the group of death again. We got the hardest team in the group, in the pot 1 and the pot 3.
Group of death. You're supposed to be the soul snatcher. You're supposed to be the. You're supposed to be the one that collects everybody's soul, and you're scared of the group of death.
A fully fit team, yes. Not when we have to play Eric Garcia and PK, and then PK lets Inter Milan score and goes, leave the ball, and the ball goes in.
What about, just quickly, people are saying Villarreal dominated you. I mean, Did they? What do you have to say to that? People are
So
watching your games. They are going and watching your games.
yeah. So Villarreal in the second half were on top of us, but Barcelona were controlling the game. I think in the first half it was mainly Barcelona, but I think that what they're referring to is the final 20 minutes when we're parking the bus and they're trying to sending Pepe Reina from goalkeeper up front to try and get a goal and get a point. But Villarreal dominated us. Why they only have one shot on target in the whole game?
Okay. So they didn't really dominate you because they didn't have much shots. But Marcus Rashford only needs one. He needs one shot, and Garnacho needs one as well. So we'll see. I'm going to bring Barca Boy back after the game. Of course, I will bring him back. Barca Boy, thank you very, very
Before
much.
we wrap up, I have one question for you.
Please, yeah, go for it.
If you could take one Barcelona player to United, who would it be? And don't say De Jong because that's a bit of a cop out.
Okay. Man, that's.
I'll tell you. You want me to tell you my one United player that I would take?
Okay, yeah, you go on. Let me have a think because I'm thinking of a certain player, but I don't know. Okay, you go on first.
The one United player that I would take this very second is Lisandro Martinez. I've been dreaming about this man for years, and we were linked with him too last summer. Not the last summer, the summer before that. But then we got Eric Garcia on a free, and then we realized we had no money. We were broke. I think Lisandro Martinez is a fantastic defender. He's a defender. Imagine him and Araujo. It would be the most lethal center-back partnership in the world, I think. So he'd be the one player I would take from United.
A lot of people are saying Pedri. Pedri, sure, apart from thingy, but I would have said Lewandowski because I adore Lewandowski, man. I nearly cried the fact that Man United didn't go in and bring him. Like the fact that a player like Lewandowski, Robert Lewandowski, is in the market and you are not in for him. It is whoever's in charge of the recruitment needs to be sacked. Needs to be freaking shipped off somewhere else. Robert Lewandowski is one of the best strikers after, the likes of Ronaldo being in that position, the likes of Didier Drogba, the likes of Benzema now, obviously what he's done. But Lewandowski is a player that I would have taken, man. I still think he's so class.
He is very class. I tell you what, his hold-up play is so underrated. Even he hasn't scored in the past few games, but if you look at the player ratings that I give or outlets in Spain, they always give him a high score because he creates, he holds up, he attracts defenders to open up space. He puts those killer through balls. He does so much off the ball and on the ball. It's ridiculous. And it could have been United got him in the summer, maybe, but when players have their mindset on Barcelona, it's usually wraps. You looked at it in the summer with Rafinha, Koundé, Lewandowski. We have still, despite the fact that we have been very crap over the past few years, you still have that Barcelona pull. United do have the pull, but when you have City in the league, Liverpool, who were on top recently, even though Barcelona haven't won La Liga, we've always been in contention, all that sort of stuff. So the pull for Barcelona is still there, but Lewandowski, you see him as a long-term because he probably only has 2 years left. So you've now been invested in like a Pedri or a Xavi.
Yeah. Gavi is one of them. Gavi, man. What the hell?
Gavi's a player that everyone hates, but when he's on your team, you love him. You know what I mean?
Bro, he makes grown men look dizzy. He makes grown adult football playing veterans look like they are feeling dizzy.
Do you watch basketball?
No, I don't know.
I don't know compare you to a basketball player, but he's like...
But go for it because my chat might.
So there's a basketball player called Patrick Beverley. He's like the dog. Everyone hates him in the league. He pushes the referees. He does, shady stuff. He'll elbow you, whatever the case may be. And everyone hates him. But when he's on your team, you love the player. Gavi is that player because he's 18 years old. He's, sliding in for tackles against veterans. He's doing dive header saves out for corner kicks. He's putting his left arm in the way to block a pass, and all the stuff off the ball that he does is ridiculous. The pressure, the intensity, he's running around like a Ferrari all over the place. His engine is nuts. Then also on the ball, he has the ability to turn, his ability to create counterattacks, dribble, go into space, finish as well. And people thought that he didn't deserve the Golden Boy Award. It is absolutely disgraceful. We're about to three-peat that as well. Baldwin's going to get it next one. You heard it here first. So Gavi is a player that everyone will hate. I think you'll probably end up hating him when he comes there and he starts pushing Bruno and tackle. What he does is he would tackle you like it would be like a red card tackle, but like it wouldn't be at the same time, and then he just walks away while the player like yells at him.
But listen, I literally just said this yesterday, a day before yesterday as well. I said the art of being able to tackle and not get a card is beyond underrated. It's unbelievably underrated. A midfielder that can do that. Do you understand how he breaks up play, how he slows the game down, how he injects fear into people? He makes sure that they don't play comfortably in the midfield because they'll tackle you. And to get a tackle and not get a card, I love midfielders like that.
The best part is he's doing that at 18.
Yeah.
He's got what, 13 years left? 14 years left?
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah. And we got Fred. We got Fred. But big up to Barca Boy. Anyways, I appreciate you coming through. Make sure, like I said, go and check out his page on the title Barca Boy. It's just a blue link that you can click and it'll take you directly to his channel. You make sure you subscribe. I'm sure he's going to be doing a lot of content. Barca Boy, tell them what you've got coming up this week.
Got the match preview coming up. My preview for the United game. Gonna do a live watch along. Have a match review as well. I do basically everything around Barcelona, transfer videos, draw reactions, whatever the case may be, uploading daily. So if you're interested in Barcelona, want to know the ins and outs tactically or rumorly as well, you can just check out the channel.
Yeah, make sure you check him out. But big up to you, Barca Boy. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate you, and you have a good rest of the day or evening wherever you are. So take care. Peace, my bro. Love. And there he was. Thank you. Thank you very much, chat, as well. Let me go through some of the super chats that came through as well. Almost says, I called it before the draw. Not scared for Barca. Me, as you lot know, I'm bipolar. My mood swings are like this, bro. My mood swings are like this. At the start, when we got drawn, I said it was a setup. They set us up. Europa are frauds. They set us up for failure. They wanted the delicious. They wanted the delicious Man United versus Barcelona. The Mountain Dew football. That's what they wanted, man. They wanted Mountain Dew football, and they got it. They got it. I was scared. Am I scared of? I'm not that scared of Barca. I'm not that scared, but I was. But that's where you come in. You have to make me feel confident, okay? You have to make me feel level-headed because you know me, my mood swings are too much. So right now I'm not confident, but then not confident. I'm just nervous, just a little bit nervous. Big up to Emmanuel as well. Says Pedri would be proper mint under Eric Ten Hag. He would be indeed, man. I mean, a lot of players would be absolutely amazing under Eric Ten Hag. We've seen Eric Ten Hag do magical things with the most ridiculously incapable Manchester United player. So I wonder what he could do if he was able to get players like that. But then again, I'll be honest with you, very honest with you. I just want to put it out there. Don't shoot the messenger. Let me just put it out there. Ten Hag doesn't need big boy signings. Like, we need to understand this, chat. Eric Ten Hag, to be successful, doesn't need the big name money signings. What he needs is a good recruitment team. He needs good infrastructure. You can have the odd, expensive player that you need, the upper class, upper caliber player in your squad. But it's all about the team, the engine, the car, it's how the whole product functions, how the whole vehicle functions. It's no point going a Todd Bowley in Harrods and having Mr. Graham Potter manage it. And then you're thinking we're out of depth. You know what I mean? So I don't want that to happen to Ten Hag. I'm not saying it will. What I'm saying is let Ten Hag pick the players he wants. Let him do what he wants. But I like wishful thinking because I think, imagine Jamal Musiala. A man can dream. A man can dream indeed, man. A man can dream indeed. Let me now go ahead and drop the link as promised to the members only group chat. Members, I am now dropping the link for you guys. You guys will be able to join the stream and give me your thoughts. So please go ahead and join the stream. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. What is he gonna be? Are we going to beat Barcelona? I didn't get a score prediction because it's a bit early. I'll get it closer to date. I'll get closer to date. I'll get Barca Boy to come back on another 5-10 minutes before the actual game, and then quickly give his score prediction. But the members come through. Let me know how you guys are feeling. If you're not a member already, go ahead and become a member. Mohammed says, Qatari when arrived, Habibi Laporta, how much FDJ? No problem, money, man. Money is no problem, baby. Bro, we're dealing with Gucci wallets. Gucci wallets, upgrading life. We are dealing with Gucci wallets. That's what we're dealing with. Habibi money, man. It's level up. Level up. No more those, wallets with holes inside. Straight up Gucci wallets. Stunt 101, 50 cent. Liverpool is a window shopper. You mad at me? I think I know why. Liverpool is a window shopper. When we get Qatar money, we can go and buy FDJ. Like that. Tell them, man. Cook Liverpool fans, please. Big up Sancho Dad. Omo, man.
Listen, I'm
Listening.
not worried. I'm not worried about Barcelona. Let me tell you why.
Why?
First of all, we have Eric Ten Hag, the best manager in the world. Wait, hold up. People say he's not the best manager in the world. The best up and coming manager in the world. However, they want to put it in their
Who is the best? Like, I don't even understand to say who is the best manager in the
right
world.
now.
That's open.
Who is the best that's currently coaches is Ancelotti because he has the most Champions League. So
okay. Carry on.
So either way, I see that we are beating Barcelona easily. So long while Masaka start, Casemiro start, and Rashford.
We beat Barcelona is different to we beat Barcelona easily. Why do you have to mention easily?
Okay, we beat Barcelona easily because Rashi is playing. Rashi, don't want to stop Rashi.
We don't beat them easily. What kind of football are you talking about?
Stop looking at record. We beat them easily. We have Rashi that's constantly firing. Who's stopping Rashi? You cannot stop it because this man goes left, right, and middle. There's no stopping him.
Do you guys agree? Chat, do you agree? Ronald, do you agree with what Omo is saying?
What is he saying though?
We can beat Barcelona easily because of Marcus Rashford, MBE.
And Garnacho, and Palestri, and Sancho, and Bruno, and Wout Weghorst. You have a whole
You're
damn
taking the
team.
You're taking the piss. You guys are taking the piss.
Faz, when's the last time we had game changer come off the bench?
When is the last time?
We had a game changer that came off the bench that got us something.
Well, Garnacho.
Got it before that. There was nobody. Saha, Ole. That's how far back we have to go.
Okay, yeah.
Right now the boss could start Sancho. Off the bench, Garnacho's coming on. You know he's coming on, and the defense are terrified. You want to start Garnacho? Sancho is coming on. We have bench that's gonna come on and touch that back four. That back four will have to work hard, and they want to play Tikki Takka. You know what type of team we are. You know the type of team we are.
Wait.
We are torturing them.
You said that they're first in their league, right?
Yes. Yeah, but they're the least scoring goals. Yeah,
they're first in the league. Who was first over here? Arsenal.
Yeah.
People told me Saliba is a beast. People told me Gabriel is a beast. Ben White is a beast. And I don't even remember who played on the left back. I think Zinchenko. But is Xavi and Arteta on the same level as managers? Given the time they have spent
No, they're not the same level.
in their positions. No, no,
Xavi
no.
just started.
I'm just asking. It's a question that I'm asking.
No.
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking for opinions. You gave me an answer as no. Faz, what do you say?
On what exactly?
On their coaching styles and them with the team. Like, how much would the team listen to them?
Well, they in my opinion, they're somewhat. It's interesting because Xavi's had injuries to deal with this season, but then Arteta hasn't had injuries to deal with this season, not yet, anyways. And Xavi got knocked out of Champions League, which looks worse. But then Arteta got knocked out of domestic trophies, which doesn't look good. So I would still say Arteta did more with the squad he has because he's been here longer.
Yeah, Arteta's been coaching first team longer, and Xavi has been
exactly my point. Because Xavi, what is he doing?
Wow, yeah,
they spend money over there. Like they're just, I think the only top two teams spending are Real Madrid, Barcelona, throw in Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, and that's about it. Everybody else is just like, okay, Barcelona or Real Madrid taking the lead. They just hope for our best, and let's just get top 3 or 4, not 1 and 2. They're just focusing on 3 and 4. That's their best.
And to add to Omo's point, that's just 4 teams. That's 8 matches in a season of 38, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around that. And you told me, your words, not mine. You told me Barca is the lowest scoring team right now. That speaks volume.
True, but they also don't concede.
And
it's a bit like Newcastle.
They don't concede. Yeah, they don't concede. That's fair. However, I think one of their gunmans is Dembele, and he's out.
True, Dembele is out, but they've got Rafinha on as well, and then they have Lewandowski as well. They have Gavi as well. They have Pedri as well. They have Frankie De Jong as well. It's just an abundance of players. It just doesn't stop.
And we have abundance of players as well. That doesn't stop. They might not be in the same level, but the problem is that we don't big up our wonder kid as they do. They've made Gavi sit on a pedestal where our boy Garnacho can actually overcome him. But we don't do that. We criticize him, don't we?
Big up Emmanuel with the super chat. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. You saw Neymar appreciates you as well. He gave you a love heart. So keep them flying. Emmanuel asks question specifically for these two crackheads, not me. They want to ask you a question. They said, Omo and Ronald, who has the best midfield? Barca or Man United? Kindly go through each section, attack, midfield, and defense, and we can gauge.
Okay. Casemiro is 2. Bruno is 1. How about the friend? Barca has better.
Can we bring up both the squads up on the screen? Is it possible?
Well, you know the squads already. What do you need to know? The players: Gavi, Pedri, Frankie De Jong, Kessie.
No, I just want to look at them side by side.
They're gonna play like a weird 4-4-2 of Gavi, Pedri, Frankie, and Kessie. And Gavi and Pedri will alternate the left side back and forth.
So Barca has the best midfield. Who has the best midfield attack? Defensively, who has a better midfield? Us or them?
Defensively, we have the better midfield. We have the better defense.
Okay. Possession-based midfield, who has the better midfield?
They have the better midfield. There's no doubt about it.
Attacking-wise, who has a better midfield?
A better attacking.
Better midfield.
We have the better attacking.
Bruno versus
we
Pedri?
do actually have a better
We have a better attacking. They create so much chances that your striker is gonna get a goal. One way or the other, your striker is gonna get a goal. Lewandowski had a one-on-one against Villarreal and he missed, but they still create more.
Pedri versus Bruno. That's what you're comparing.
Pedri versus Bruno? No, Pedri's better. Come on.
So that's their midfield. Pedri can play in the middle as well, in the 10.
Yes. Pedri play in the 10 or he play on the left wing.
Yeah, he can play on the left midfield. He can play on the left wing. He can play in the middle. So Pedri versus Bruno. Who you taking?
I'm taking Pedri.
So who has a better midfield in terms of attack?
We already gave them the midfield.
I said they have the better
We already
midfield in
said
terms
that
of
they
attack. They have the better midfield in general, not in defense. Because we have Casemiro and they don't. Better midfield in
Like they have the
defense, we have
attacking.
it. Better
They
midfield
have
in
the
attacking
midfield
they have
better.
it.
Let's
We have a
talk
defensive
about
midfielder better.
thinking about just part of this super chat where he says attack, mid, and defense. Just thinking about defense. Ter Stegen or David De Gea? Shot stopping.
De Gea.
Shot stopping, David De Gea.
De Gea.
Just they have everything else.
Varane or Koundé?
Varane. Koundé plays at a right back.
No, he can play centre back as well. He's played centre back against Real Madrid this season.
Still Varane. 5 Champions League.
Still Varane.
More experience.
Or whoever
They
else
use-
you
they use
wanna you can
Koundé
take
and Aaron.
Araujo or Christensen, whichever, or Garcia as well, whichever
No,
one. You wanna
regardless.
take.
We have the better
Regardless,
centre back.
Varane.
Luke Shaw in the centre back.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah, Luke Shaw.
No,
Yeah. Okay, who has stopped Haaland?
brother, we're comparing
No
Luke
chat.
Shaw to Christensen.
Christensen, I'm taking Luke Shaw. Come on, you serious? Luke
Bro,
Shaw.
I believe in my players. I don't care.
Luke Maldini Shaw.
Oh my God, he said Luke Maldini.
Okay,
Shaw.
you just went to a level I
Malacia-
don't want to go.
Malacia or Balde?
I haven't seen enough of this ball there, so I can't speak.
Malacia.
Araujo.
I've seen enough Alba.
All right, Araujo / Koundé or Dalo / Bissaka?
Oh, Dallas / Bissaka any day.
Koundé.
Bro, did you forget?
No,
he still has
I-
Mbappe in his pocket.
He listen. That's the
Let that
pass.
go.
That's the pass. I'm not talking
No,
about
why would I let that go?
No, you got to talk about this
What-
season.
No.
We are playing this season. Wamsaka was not good early on this season. After the break, when the logo got injured, he started playing and he started getting better and better.
So we go
the
on current
fact is-
form, don't we? No, we go on current form, Omo, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm
correct.
talking about the season.
Because
so
if
you
not,
do
then
not
we
do it
if
on
not,
Mbappe.
if not, then Ronaldo should still be here. If we don't go on current form.
Okay. I had to bring
Yeah.
Ronaldo in. I had to slap
Yeah, I
him in.
had to.
In the current form, Bissaka and Dalo are being amazing. In all honesty, well,
Yes.
Dalo not so much. Dalo not just.
Dallo has fell ever since he came back from injury. He hasn't gone to that peak form yet. He hasn't gone back to the form before the injury. He hasn't gone back to that form yet. Well, right now,
Rafinha or Sancho?
Come on, Sancho, of course.
Ooh.
Rafinha, who? Listen, I'll put
See,
Paletti
I am
over
just
Rafinha.
I am just thinking about it because that's Omo's son, so he's gonna protect his son. I
It
have to
doesn't
think
matter
about
protect
it.
my son. Just Sancho is coming back far and he's coming back high.
No, that's
Rafinha,
actually true. He's
who?
coming back. He's coming back hard, but I haven't really. Faz, have you really seen anything of Rafinha? Forget the Leeds days.
Rafinha's
Don't get the
debut
Leeds days.
goal-
Hey, we are talking
No,
about current.
Rafinha's
Currently,
debut goal was fucking disgusting.
Listen, you're talking about the past.
So was Anthony's debut
This
goal.
season, this man has been cold. That's why Dembele benched him. I've been watching Barcelona games. Ever since we drew them, I've been watching their games. This man is cold.
True.
So
That is-
when he said that right wing is their weak point, it really is. He didn't say it is, but he said if he had to choose, the right wing.
Okay, let's go forward. Sancho, let's go forward. Come on.
I
What are we
mean,
doing?
yeah, but Sancho hasn't done nothing.
Recent form. Who has
What has he done?
Are you gonna talk
Go.
about the past where he wasn't playing and he wasn't doing that?
That's not recent. That was a while ago.
So is he not supposed to take that form to the next game? Take
Yeah,
that from
but
the
you just
game.
told me not to
It's
consider.
like when Garnacho had a bad game, people were bashing him. Now he had a good game. People
But
are
you just
praising him.
told me not to
It's
think of. You just told me not to think of Rafinha's debut goal.
because that's his debut goal. He's been
But
benched.
you're talking about. But you're mentioning. You're mentioning Rafinha's.
I didn't even mention Sancho's first goal when he first started the league. I'm talking about recently. He came out the sub, got the goal, played the second game for 60 minutes, did some good passes because most attack came from the right side. Then he got subbed at the 60th minute. I cannot say what happened at the 60th minute. He got subbed at the 60th minute. Case closed. That was an average performance. Bruno went to the right. Garnacho came on the left, and Waltz became a 10, and Ratchet became a 9, and we started firing and got the 2 goals. I'm going to talk about what's happening in the game. It's a game by game basis.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's see who else.
Hold on. Rafinha is getting a goal. Is it? Let me see just quickly.
He has
goal or / an assist. I think every 265 minutes, Rafinha is involved in a goal. Anthony, excuse me. Anthony is involved in a goal every 273 minutes. And Jadon Sancho is involved in a goal every 257 minutes.
You're looking at the wrong stats. I'm looking at what happened on the match. You go to that stats.
And you're not even looking at Pelestri.
No, I'm not gonna look at Pelestri.
I'll take Anthony. Listen, I don't think
Eric Ten Hag. He can do whatever he wants, Faz, and you know it.
He's not gonna start Pelestri, though, let's be honest, is he?
He's not gonna start Pelestri, but bring him on as a sub. Who are they gonna bring on as a sub?
I'll still pick Anthony over Rafinha. That's how.
No, wait.
I wish to have
wait. Sancho. Omo, wait. Let Faz cook this. Who do they have as a replacement for Rafinha if it doesn't work out for him?
I mean, Pedri can move on the side. They can put a different midfielder in. They can put Gavi on the side. They can put a different midfielder in. They can do. They themselves. They have so many. They have Ansu Fati in there. They can chop and change with.
Yeah, they're Fati's.
They have Ferran Torres in there. They can chop and change with. They have players upon players to chop and change with. That's just 4 players alone who are very versatile, who are proper front 3 players. Ansu Fati can play anywhere as well. He can play central mostly now. But again, he can play. They have solutions to positions, and that's facts. They do. So,
yes,
yeah.
Somebody comment. Forgot about that guy.
Even though I know Ferran Torres is awful, I'm just saying that doesn't mean they don't have options. I mean, Ferran Torres or Pelestri. I mean, come on now, what we doing here?
And I don't get Dan's comment. Like, what should I say? Barca is better. We should put our tools down.
No, I'm not saying to put our tools down, but
no, but Dan is.
I get the confidence. I'm just nervous, you know.
We have to kind of look out for our team.
Yeah, Wout Vegas or Lewandowski?
Rashford.
You know the answer.
I love that. Wout Vegas or Lewandowski? Answer is Marcus Rashford. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Bro, they call him Lewandowski for no reason. Like, come on.
Yeah, this guy just gets goals out of.
If it comes up to Wout Vegas and Lewandowski, Wout Vegas only wins with the height. That's it.
Let's see though. Let's see what happens, man. I don't know the start. I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna do the starting lineup, man, because it's just gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so difficult to try and predict the starting lineup. I have no clue what this gaffer is gonna do at all.
But I think he's gonna go with Rashford, Sancho on the right, and Garnacho on the left.
No, let me tell you the starting lineup right now.
Oh my God, here we go.
Oh my God.
Listen,
I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm doing some one take. One take. Goalkeeper down here. Back 4. Delo, Varane, Shaw, Malacia. Midfield is Fred, Bruno, Casemiro. Front 3, you already know what I'm gonna say. Rashford on the left, Walt at the 9, and Sancho Sancho or Anthony on the right. I don't think Anthony's injured. I think he's saving Anthony for this game as a mind game. But if he is injured, Sancho. If it's mind game, Anthony plays.
Man.
Garnacho comes in as a sub first.
I would still prefer Rashford to be up top and maybe after 70th minute bring Wout in.
Nah, not possible. Not Ten Hag. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sacked. Not Ten Hag. Nope. He's gonna start Wout. He's gonna start Rashford. He's gonna start Casemiro. He's gonna start Bruno. He's gonna start Varane. It's just how it is. Yeah.
You don't know. Wout is annoying. He's gonna start Wout.
Yeah, it's not gonna work, man. They have to play Wout because, well, let me just end the poll as well. By the way, 52% of the people have said Europa is not a priority for us, and I don't know why, man. I don't know why. I love you. Like, I want to win every trophy. I love every trophy. I don't know why people are saying Europa is not priority. Over 100 people voted as well, so I'm a bit disappointed in that. I wanted to see if people would think that, but only 47% of the people want to concentrate on the. Yeah, I don't know why. For me,
they want to go in there with low expectations. So if they lose, they'll say, "Oh yeah, we're not in Europa anymore," and stuff like that. I want to win every game.
DB Cooper is giving his lineup. He says Weghorst, Rashi, Anthony. Anthony will be fit, so it'll be Anthony. Is Martial gonna be fit? Just quickly. Weghorst, Rashi, Anthony, Bruno, Fred, Casemiro, Malacia, Shaw, Varane, Dalot, and David De Gea. That's it. That's the team he's giving. And I kind of agree with that. I think Ten Hag doesn't chop and change too much. It's just going to be... But I would prefer to see that Bissaka over Dalot at the moment anyways. And then bring on Dalot later on and see how Dalot does. But I would like to see Bissaka start.
I think my team is also going to be like 90% the same as Omo. However, my front three would be different. That's it. And I can understand people telling me that won't work or that is not what Ten Hag is going to go with. But we have to also understand that, we have games and cup finals coming up. So he has to try new things to get a, ring out of it.
My thing is,
because you decide, Faz, would you play this lineup right now and maybe get, a nick through? Or would you risk it and put a cup final in risk?
But you can't say
that's also coming up.
You can't say, "Oh, don't play a player to think if you're gonna get injured." Players have to play, man.
No,
players.
What I mean is, yes, absolutely, players have to play. What I mean is that playing Rashford up, you have to give him that confidence. And there's no other game better than Barcelona.
Oh yeah, him scoring in Barcelona and celebrating in front of me, scenes.
Also, the thing with why I want to start Garnacho is that their right back Kunde or our job, they're both assholes. I don't want Garnacho running into that minute one.
Bro,
Chuck,
I'll be very honest with you.
Welcome to the street. Chuck has got his hairnet on, man. Show us your hairnet, man. What are you doing? I saw what I saw, man. They clipped you already. The internet's a mad place. Chuck, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. Talk to me, man. What did you think of what Omo and Ronald had to say so far?
Ronald, what were you saying again?
No, he said. So, do you agree with for example, starting Weghorst in the middle and not Rashford, and playing Sancho on the right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so yeah. I definitely Garnacho. He's gonna have to sit the bench this match. Okay,
would you play Lindelof in centre back with Varane?
Yes. No. I'd go Shaw. I'll go Shaw and then Malacia.
When did we change Luke Shaw's position, guys? Like, I don't understand. What's going on here?
We changed it the moment Ten Hag realized that he can play a centre back, and we need a second CDM because Fred and McTominay ain't cutting it.
Listen, we changed it to the centre back ever since the Sandro not playing and he's left-footed. That's why, and he's tall enough, and he could defend, and could do the zip and pass. Yeah, he's a centre back.
I like how you
Yeah,
convince yourself.
yeah. That's the same way Wout Weghorst is a number 10 now, apparently.
Wow can start at the 9. Sancho at the right, and then Rashford at the left. Bruno, Casemiro, Fred, Malacia, Shaw, Varane, and I'd go Basaka. But I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about that.
I agree with you. But my
If
thing is,
you
why
go
won't
on,
Takka naturally? Because off the bench, he is firing. You're not stopping him off the bench. Just sub him in by 60 minutes and hope and just let him cook. It
Wait, is
happened.
Anthony
It
fit?
happened every single time. So why stop it now?
Anthony will be fit, man. It's Barcelona. He has to be fit.
So in that case, it would be Rashi up top, left wing Sancho, and right wing Anthony. Garnacho comes on, like Uomo said.
I I don't
Do we
know,
play?
man.
Do we play Weggy as camp?
Yes,
What said Bruno?
start the game.
No, put Bruno. Put Bruno on the right and Rashford up front.
Then who are you benching out of Anthony and Sancho?
Is Anthony back fit? Because I thought Anthony's still
Yeah,
injured.
he is. Fast told
Oh,
me.
he is.
I believe
No, I
so.
Okay,
said I feel like he will be.
but even if he's back fit, he's been out for what 2 games now. Would he be match
Mhm.
ready to face Barca straight away?
60
I thought he
minutes.
wasn't on the traveling squad.
He can always give 60 minutes. That's what he does.
Mm,
Play you 60 minutes and then take you off.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just worried because of how I would say shaky Dalot has been since coming back. I wouldn't say maybe rushing him back in would be the best thing. So maybe I wouldn't start him, but you could bring him on, like you said, 60 minutes or 45 minutes then.
Well, we'll just have to wait and, in essence, see, because I don't know who Varane's partner is going to be. I really don't know, man. Really,
I
really
reckon
do
it'll
not
be
know.
Luke Shaw. I mean,
Yeah, it has to be Shaw.
if he's been playing Shaw as left centre back for so many games, it would be kind of pointless not to play him against Barca when Martinez isn't available.
Well, time will tell. We'll find out. I'll be live tomorrow from Barcelona, live and direct. So keep an eye out for that. Big up to everyone for joining the stream, of course. Big up to Omo. Big up to Ronald. Big up to Chuck as well. I like the picture in Old Trafford. And big up to Kudus, who has recently been to Old Trafford as well and took a picture with me. So big up to you, Kudus. And big up to everyone else. Big up
All
to
I'll
Barca
say
Boy as well.
is, after meeting me, Fred got man of the match. I don't know if you believe in coincidences, but
You cost us a game as well.
shh, fast, we won't talk about that.
Big up
Look at this
Woodward with the
boy.
super chat. Big up Woodward with the super chat. Says Ronald loves Wout van Nistelrooy. I don't know. It must be an inside joke or something. But
I
big
think
up
he tried to
Woodward
say Van
as
Nistelrooy.
yeah, big up Woodward as always, man, supporting with the super chats. Thank you very much. But big up to all the members. I'll let you guys go because I gotta wrap up. I still have my flight is in 6 hours and I haven't packed yet. So sorry guys. Like legit, my flight is in 6 hours and I haven't packed yet. Logan, what have you done now, Logan? What is out of let me bring it up. Out of what has Logan done? Let me bring it up. Europe carries over. Ah, no! Ah, no! No, it carries over. No, no, no! Europe, man! Europe, man! No! Europe! 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 Ah! Europe, man! No! Europe. Europe, man. Why? All of you need to go and confirm. Oh, it's linked! It's linked! It's linked! No! It's linked! It's linked! It's linked! Why it's gonna be linked? This Champions League is different. They have different music, for fuck's sake. There's different music in Champions League. Why would it be connected? My own ass cheeks clapped. I'm going to get my own ass cheeks clapped. That's what I'm going to get my own ass cheeks clapped. Man. No Sabitzer, you know. No Sabitzer. I blame you, pyramid scheme. Pyramid scheme. I want to take your pyramid and I want to smash it, pyramid scheme. I blame you. 52.03. I hate those numbers. I hate the number 52. I hate the number. UF. I hate 52. I hate 52. And 5 plus 2 is 7. I like the number 7. Ronaldo was number 7. And 5 to 52. This is conspiracy shit. Ronaldo stitched us up. Ronaldo has stitched us up because 52.03 is the rule that shagged us. It shagged us. And 5 plus 2 is 7. And Cristiano Ronaldo used to wear number 7 when he was in United. Well, he still wears 7, but he's number 7. And Cristiano Ronaldo hates Manchester United, so he can't see a shine. So 5 plus 2 is 7, and Cristiano Ronaldo, number 7, has cursed us. So rule number 52, Sabitzer cannot play. Bro, bro, we are out of the EU. We are out of the EU. Why does Sabitzer get banned? Bro, Sabitzer's moved countries. So why does it matter? He's in a different league. He's in a different competition. But bro, this is actually abuse. This is unfair. This is I don't even know what the hell this is, but this is something. Bro, the guy got fined there. And he has to get penalized there. Bro, he divorced Bayern. He took the Bayern ring and threw it. He don't want nothing to do with Bayern. All his baggage of Bayern is gone. He took the Bayern bag and he said, there. The Bayern baggage is gone. But his baggage is carried over into his new marriage, which is Manchester United. How lucky for us. How lucky for us. I don't understand. Why? It's not fair, man. It isn't fair. Why should we have to? Bro, Europa League is being played in Budapest. The final. Champions League is being played in Istanbul. It's 2 different places. Why did we leave the Euro then? What's the point of leaving Europe? We leave Europe only to get carried over, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense, bro. I thought Europa and Champions League were two different competitions. So if it's two different competitions, why does it matter? What do you mean carry over? Like, what is this? What kind of carryover is this, man? Man, what kind of freaking... Bro, it's a freaking pisses me off just thinking about it, man. I can't think of... No, man, I had a good stream, I forgot about it. I was like, oh, Sabitz is... Oh, yeah, it's okay. Sabitz is, not involved, whatever. What can you do? Where did... I remember as well, right? Hold on. Which game was it that messed up Martinez's yellow card? Which game did Martinez get a yellow card? Let me just go and find out. Martinez got a yellow card as well. It was in the group stages. I remember that. But against which team was it? Was it not Real something? Freaking they shagged us as well. They freaking shagged us as well, man. Which one was it? Which game was it now? Why is it not coming? Sociedad, no? With the handball. Was it not the handball? Yeah, Junaid, yeah, handball. Man, fucking... It wasn't even a handball, man. He was freaking... He hit his leg and then his hand. It wasn't even a handball, man. Freaking cost us as well, that. It wasn't a handball. He got one against Omonia and then one against Sociedad at home. Man. And then one we got, he got one in the Sociedad away as well. Wasn't even a handball. The guy, bro, it's not like his hand was like something like this. It's not like that. Bro, his hand was just natural. The guy's diving. Freaking refs, man. Fergie's right. The refs are shite. Fergie's right. The refs are shite. Pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. Two of our freaking main players out of this first leg. It is what it is, man. What else can I do? What else can I say, man? Oh my goodness. What have you put on now? I mean, people are crying here. Kids and all of that are crying. Suspended! No! Goodbye! You gave me bad news. Bad news. No! He's suspended. No! I need to... I need to cool down. I need to cool down. My eyes are hot. My eyes are hot. My eyes are hot. I need to cool down. I need to cool down. I need to cool down. Right. This season seems like something out of Takashi's Castle. You go through one obstacle course only to come across another and another and another. It's too much. Some teams are getting it easy in this league. Some teams have cheated. Some teams are getting a bit of luck, a bit of luck. And we are here in Takashi's Castle. We are doing up Tough Mudder. You know what Tough Mudder is? This is like an assault course. Man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We go to Barca. We either get our cheeks clapped or we come back with our head held high. We'll see. Big up everyone, man. I need to go pack. I've not even packed. Who's good at packing? Someone come and pack for me, man, because bless. See you guys later. Like the video. After the stream ends, make sure you comment down below, please. And become a member if you haven't already. Take care, people.